AltFunds Global presents Traditional versus Private Institutions. Why this broker chose AltFunds Global.
All of the information presented is for entertainment and information purposes only. Nothing discussed constitutes legal or accounting advice, an offer or solicitation of financial services, or financial advice of any kind. Our goal is to showcase alternative vehicles to raise capital. At no point will we be soliciting any investment programs.
Technically, you're a client. You've decided to become a fan and a broker, and I'd like you to tell my audience a little bit about who you are. What do you do? And why are you working with me and my team and bringing 10 people per call? But start with what you do, because that's exciting.
I grew up in Yonkers and started to learn how a jurisdiction of the Constitution works. So equity is one of the jurisdictions of the court in the Constitution under Article 3, Section 2, Clause 1. Equity is fairness, impartiality, and even-handed dealings. This is a very powerful jurisdiction that a lot of people are not aware of. So I took the liberty to study it and become a master in how it works. I studied under Taimour, Gibson, and Story. Those are three chancery judges who were very affluent in the education of the equity jurisdiction. So having said that, once I mastered it, I started to see and look at things and how they worked in regards to discharge via a set-off in the jurisdiction of equity of our courts. So Article 1, Section 3, administrative proceedings are a jurisdiction where the courts basically say, you're a debtor, and we bring to the table the fact that we are not. So we take the word debt and we switch it over to them and turn it into more of a situation to where debt becomes, show me the accounting. Because if I'm a debtor, there's some numbers involved. If you can please show me where those numbers exist, I will honor your debt, sir. So in doing this, we put into the situation what's called a counterclaim. That counterclaim makes it so that we now become the creditor, and the courts now under law should give us the discharge. So this is more or less understanding. So let me make it simple. The court says you owe $300,000. You took this loan from a public bank. The public bank, under HJR 192, June 5th, 1933, Public Law 73-10, the codification for the exemption is under Title 31, 5118. Along with a bunch of other laws that say, could you please give me the discharge to the court? So we're there in the court to settle the matter. We're not there to argue. Arguing makes you traverse. You don't want to traverse, which means if somebody punches you in the face, you should follow the Christian principle of saying, why did you hit me? Apologies. Can we resolve this matter? But if you punch the person back, now you got a material issue of facts. And now if someone doesn't come in the middle, someone's going to die or someone's going to get hurt really bad. So we don't want that. We don't want a middleman. We want to say to the court, could you please leave the middleman out and can we resolve the matter, you and I? That's how it works.
Correct. Got it. So now what happens if the lender is me? Somebody borrows $500,000 from me, I can show the accounting. I can understand in the bank's perspective. I know a lot of bank CEOs who sell, for lack of a better word, the mortgage, if I can language that way, to pension funds, family offices like that. And then if I was the bank CEO and I've sold a mortgage to somebody else for liquidity, asking me for the accounting, but I've sold it. So I can see your argument, but if I'm a private lender, help me understand that.
Private is different than public. If you take out a private loan, you cannot discharge that. it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what. And then does this formula only work in New York?
It works everywhere in the world as long as that place has a constitution. It works.
Understood. Love it. Okay.
Unfortunately,
Now I understand. Thank you for explaining to my audience what you do and how you do it. I love it. If I can recommend or refer business to you all day long, I will. Why do you keep choosing my firm?
I choose your firm because the first time I heard Taimour Zaman speak, our truth kind of resonated to me. I have the ability to be able to see most of the times if someone is radiating a frequency that's truthful to me. So it usually takes me this long, sometimes this long, sometimes this long. But when Taimour first spoke, it took me this long. And wow. I said, this is the guy, this guy, when I see him talk, I see myself.
Love it. Thank you very much. That's very cool. That's very cool. I don't know why I don't know why, but I attract religious people on a different faiths, not one faith, but I've noticed in the past 11 years, chunk of people like religious people. And like, I remember one guy, I had a private mastermind in LA, and this guy flew from Malaysia. And I just asked him, like, who are you? What do you do? Why are you here? And he said that he got scammed in some kind of a transaction. He prayed to Allah. The next day he found me. Like, okay. But my team, like a lot of people don't know my team behind me, like Kevin, who's our FBI guy, like he's as religious as they come. Like his wife works as a manager for church. My best friend, Andrew, high school buddy, like he's a pastor for church. One of my clients I'm doing a mergers and acquisition with was a pastor. But it's not like, it's just not one religion, it's like multiple different faiths I somehow attract, and I don't know why, because I don't have any religious symbols around me or something like that. I just find it's just interesting. I was like, why God keeps giving me religious people, which I like. But this is interesting. Like, I like this. I've never heard the energy frequency thing. I've had people over the past 11 years hire private investigators, detectives, to either do a virtual background check, physically come down to Toronto or Switzerland to do a background check, like various versions of that. But this frequency thing is really cool. I've never seen that. So thank you. I appreciate it.
I didn't need to. I have people down at the courthouse who do NCIC background checks for me. And I didn't even need to do it with you. I said that every time I show somebody, like somebody who is of, very dear to me or somebody who I trust, I said, watch this guy. And listen, he's the real deal. Like, it's not hard. It doesn't cost you anything to be honest. And for you, it's just flow. So like me, I see you talk and I see myself. I see somebody who doesn't have that in them to be like that, because you can't take money with you when you die.
That's true.
But you can prepare yourself for the afterlife with the relationships you create and the people that you make feel good and happy.
Love it. Thank you very much.
But
that's awesome. God bless your soul. So I don't know what the energy version of God bless your soul means, but yeah, I'm sorry.
I consider myself a Christian, a lover of Christ. So I studied the people of ancient Kemet, and I really like their findings. But getting back to the questions that I need to ask. I need to be more. I'm gonna memorize those questions, and I'm gonna put them to the letter. And you know what? One thing that I want to say to you is, I always quote you to really high-level people that I do business with. I said, the great Taimour Zaman said, I don't care if you graduated from Harvard. You don't know what I know.
I never said that. When did I say that?
You said that in a video with something about having to say, you were talking about how you have put the time and everything into your business and how you do it. And, it's almost, when you're trained as a real estate agent and a lot of these things that require licenses, you get the procedure of everything. You don't get the actual nooks and crannies. When you go and you study on your own, that's when you get the real deal.
Sure.
So
That's true. That's true.
I watch your videos religiously, so be careful with me, because I look at some of your videos and I love some of your quotes. I love,
Yeah, I'll tell you a personal story about me that I don't think anybody knows. I believe that human beings, when we grow up, man, woman, doesn't matter, things happen in our lives. And in 0.0001 second, human beings add a meaning or interpretation to something that happened or was said. And one that I have that's very common with other people is I'm not good enough. When I was growing up, whatever happened to me in my childhood, I made it mean I'm not good enough. My father was a very big proponent of academic. Like he was like, you should study and whatever else. And he was, when I was growing up, consistently comparing me to my cousins, consistently. So I have a cousin who went to Harvard, I have a cousin who went to Columbia, like all the top schools in the world. And I never made it to any of them because their inside religion for me was I'm not good. And so I vividly remember this over 30 years ago, when I had signed up a client and he was a Harvard grad. And I took his contract that he signed with me and his resume and I faxed it to my father. Just as hey father, hey dad, I want to just let you know I got a client. Just want you to see who he is. To say I got a Harvard grad as a client. And then I used to just do consulting in the technology space. And every time I got an IBM or Microsoft, there was like a big name. IBM 30 years ago was a massive company. Thank God Microsoft kept their brand a little bit, but whatever. I would show it to my dad. Hey, look, Dad, I want to show you something. I got that. And then one day my mom called me and she goes, every time you call home, you ask to talk to your dad. I said, yeah. And then you tell him all the good news you have. How come you didn't tell me? And I felt like, and at the time I didn't know, it wasn't my ego coming to say, Dad, look, I'm good enough. Let me prove it. So every time my mom picked up, I was just, Mom, can I talk to Dad? I've got to tell him something. It's urgent. So now I could see why 30 years after a guy like you shows up and says in my videos, they don't teach us in Harvard.
Exactly.
It's human ego, man. Bad thing.
It's so funny because I speak to attorneys all the time and I see they tell me what's wrong with their cases, and then I pick it apart and I say, well, why don't you try this? And they look at me and they say, what law school did you go to? Well, I went to the law library around the corner. That's the law school I went to.
Right.
Hi friends, I now want to take a minute and answer some of your frequently asked questions. One of the common questions I get a lot is, Taimour, we've learned a lot from you through your YouTube channel. How do we learn more? Can we fly down and meet your team? And the answer to all of that is yes, yes, and yes. But if you want to learn more, my first invitation is to become a member of AltFunds Global. You simply go to our website, altfundsglobal.com. You sign up to become a member for free. You get access to webinars, offshore events that we do, and content that we never, ever, ever, ever publish on YouTube. I promise you that it's worth becoming a member for sure. The second way that you can learn a lot is I'm a published author. Structured Financing, Demystified, Hypergrowth, just multiple books on Amazon that you can get access to. I highly recommend going and checking out some of these books, getting engaged into some of the stuff, that strategies and tactics that we're using for ourselves, for our families, for our friends. You definitely want to check these things out for sure. Another question, I guess, Taimour, why are you so passionate about getting a bank license? Why is that so important? Well, the truth is, our mission within AltFunds Global is to help businesses become self-funded for life. Imagine you run a coffee shop and I run a coffee shop. Imagine we buy the coffee beans from the same grower and my coffee shop is right across yours, like really right across yours. Our competition is probably nil. But if you have a bank license and I don't have a bank license, and let's say I made $500,000 and you made $500,000 in income, But if you have a bank license, you are depositing a bank license with the central bank of the country where you own your own private bank license. Let me repeat this again. You are depositing your money with the central bank of the country you have your bank license on. So $500,000 deposited with the central bank should give you a line of credit of 10 times multiple. So that means you get a line of credit of $5 million. Now it's not free money, it's a line of credit of $5 million. Now, if you draw that entire money out and you go to whichever country you're currently resonating in, the country you're doing business with, and you know in real estate, you want to buy a house, you put 20% down and you get a loan for 80%, same thing. You put $5 million down with a business plan to your local bank, whoever your bank with, and say, hey, I want to grow my business, my technology business, real estate business, pharmaceutical business, whatever business it is. I'm a venture capitalist. I'm putting $5 million down. Your bank gives you a loan at four times more, so now you get a $20 million loan. Now it's not free money, it's $20 million loan. What can you afford to do with $20 million that I cannot afford to do with $500,000? Could you invest in artificial intelligence? Could you invest in hiring better people? Could you invest in advertising? Hell, with that amount of money, could you even buy auxiliary businesses or invest in auxiliary businesses? I say you can, and that's why we within AltFunds Global are so passionate helping clients become self-funded for life, and getting a private bank license is one of the vehicles that I am personally very passionate about helping clients on. Another question, I guess, Taimour, you charge a consultation fee. AltFunds Global, the team charges a consultation fee. Why do you charge a consultation fee when you guys can make so much money on the back end? It somehow slows me down from taking a credit card and paying you money for it. Well, here's the truth. We offer our content, millions and millions of dollars worth of content complete for free on YouTube. We don't advertise as of the date of doing this video. We don't advertise on YouTube, Google, or we don't do any kind of advertising at all. And what we find is the volume of traffic that goes into YouTube attracts people that are tire kickers, people that are fraudsters, people that have mental health issues. When we charge a small consultation fee, this deters the hacker, the fraudster, the person who's shopping around, the tire kicker. It eliminates all that and allows me and my team to be on calls or meetings with customers we actually want to do business with. What a concept. Now comes, this is better. At the time of doing a transaction with a client, that fee they pay for a consultation call, we refund it. At the conclusion of us doing a transaction with a client, we refund 100% of all the monies that they paid on consultation fees. This allows us to work with people that are committed to working with us, are serious about working with us, are not tire kickers, are not people that are like, they don't know what banking 101 is, and they're there to waste our time and energy. Just eliminates that. And me and my team are very proud of doing that. Next question, I guess, Taimour, the alternative funding industry overall has a lot of fraudsters in it, has a lot of deep fake in it. What are you doing to protect us, protect yourself? So here's the answer to that. Any industry that has a lot of money by default attracts a lot of fraud. Let me say this again. Any industry that attracts a lot of money by default attracts a lot of fraud. I don't know who you bank with. If you bank with one of the top 20 banks in the world, pick a bank you bank with, or you use payment processing companies like PayPal, these companies see a lot of fraud every day, from fraudsters mimicking their website to mimicking their email addresses, and in cases like mine, once a year or twice a year, some idiot, excuse my language, decides to copy my picture on social media, tries to create a fake profile of me, and goes on social media selling scammy transactions. Now, we have the technology and the resources to catch that, usually within 72 hours of that happening, and then cause legal action against that fraudster. We have the financial resources, thank God, to do that today, but that's just the nature of this industry. So what we do to protect ourselves is we never solicit on social media anything, nor do we solicit in general. We offer a lot of educational materials, but we don't solicit. You'll never see me or any of my associates on any social media trying to sell anything, ever. Second, all transactions that we do, money always has to go through a reputable law firm. All transactions we do, money always has to go to a reputable law firm. We never ask the client to send us money or anything like that. Now, I do want to take a minute and talk a little bit about my competitors. In the United States, in the US alone, US has 3% of the world's population, and they have over 60% of the world's lawyers. In the United States, that's a fact, have 3% of the world's population and over 60% of the world's lawyers. I have a lot of legitimate competitors in the United States and around the world, that unfortunately have been sued for wrongful things that other people have done. There's a lot of negative stuff on social media or websites about some of my legitimate competitors. And I want to tell you that a lot of my competitors are legitimate, they're hardworking people. I know them, they deliver real results. And unfortunately, they have negative comments or fraud or even lawsuits against them. The reason within AltFunds Global doesn't have a lawsuit against it, or me, Taimour Zaman, don't have a lawsuit against me, or people on social media saying that we're fraudsters or something like that, is simply because of my lack of vision. Every company you deal with, every major company you deal with, whether it's the cars you drive, Ford, Lexus, I don't know, GM, or Facebook, Google, YouTube, whatever you use, or medicine you have, like Taimour, all of these companies have lawsuits against them. A lot of the companies you work with have litigations against them as just part of the growth. At some point, the business needs to grow exponentially, and that's when you have to see lawsuits as just the nature of the business growing. The fact that we don't have it is because of my lack of vision as the CEO and like trying to bark a tree like that. Now, I see that changing as we buy businesses that have other CEOs, as we grow. We have over 800 registered brokers with us. As that number grows, it's not normal for our business to continue growing without some idiot calling us fraudster, some idiot trying to sue us, or something like that. If you want to take advantage of the alternative funding industry, I'm going to tell you this is the industry I love. I'm going to tell you this is the industry that I've made a lot of money with. I'm going to tell you this is the industry I've helped a lot of clients make a lot of money with, friends and family make a lot of money with. And if this is an industry you want to get involved in, I recommend meeting the people you want to do business with, like physically flying out to meeting them. If you can afford to hire an investigator, we use a lot of former FBI, former CIA people. These are people you can hire to do background checks. It's not only do these people have lawsuits or not, or other losers calling them fraudsters or not. I'm telling you, a lot of my competitors are really good people, and they're not fraudsters. So do your own due diligence, listen to your intuition. We're really interested in working with some really good people that are vision-driven entrepreneurs that really want to serve the world, and I think we have some things that are really amazing to offer. Another question I get is, Taimour, we love all the services of AltFunds Global. What are the top 3 services you offer that we should really seriously think about, call you or your organization and get you guys involved? Well, my favorite service, the one that makes a lot of sense, is the trusted advisory service. This is when we become your chief banking officer. We work with your CFO, your legal team, the CEO, the COO. We look at where your organization is, where you want it to be. We look at banking programs that make sense for your type of business, that are proven and would work to generate access to alternative revenue sources for your business that makes sense. From that, we then create offshore tax structures, offshore bank accounts, offshore bank licenses for your organization, so the revenue that gets generated has a channel to go to that is well protected. We have a lot of domain expertise that I do not share ever on YouTube. It's not like a lawyer who's like, go create a trust account and cooks out in. Like we don't do. We do some very sophisticated stuff that I'm very proud of. That's our intellectual property. And so the trusted advisory services, where we become a trusted advisor, is one of the things that I would recommend everybody to look at. It's a monthly retainer, you pay for it, but let me tell you, for every penny you put in, that you get tens of dollars out of it. And I think you're not going to get this amount of expertise dedicated to your business. So that's something I would recommend you to think about and sign up for. Second one is, if you're looking for access to capital, we have a lot of unique programs like Rent a Rich Uncle that we can support your organization as long as your organization is a successful business and not a startup, not somebody who's going bankrupt. It's a successful business that has real cash, real assets, and is generating something real, that's real growth. I think we have some avenues for accessing capital that others simply cannot offer. And the final one that I love is we have a lot of asset management structures that are very unique to our intellectual property that I love to share with you. If you have assets, you want to grow, you want to get bank license, you want to set up a trust, you want to work with multiple central banks, do some really cool stuff. I think I'm the only weirdest person that has real expertise and experience in doing this stuff. And so my name is Taimour. I'm from AltFunds Global. Thank you for following us up on YouTube. If you're doing that, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for trusting my team. And on behalf of my team, I just really want to say thank you. And we look forward to the opportunity of serving you.